Good morning, everyone. This is going to be day 3 of the Hustlesports Run It Up challenge on patreon.com/hustlesports. If you guys are just joining us, my name is Moose. You can find me on Twitter at Moose_esports or Hustlesports at HustlesportsGG on Twitter. And this is going to be our third video of trying to run up $100 at Hustlesports all the way to as far as we can get it with League of Legends and other DFS. Esports essentially are how I made most of my money, and I want to try to see if we can do it again. My goal is to prove that you don't need a lot of money in this business to make a ton of money. You need essentially a proper foundation of being able to track down your cash plays while also getting a bit lucky. So I just wanted to share real quick on my Patreon right here, Hustlesports. You can find it at patreon.com/hustlesports. As you can see, the memberships are very, very cheap, less than $1 a day for the 2 slots open right now for more than 20 people, with 20 per month still available to 4 people. You get daily esports betting picks, daily esports lineups, 24/7 chat with me. I think any one of my members right now, I only have I think 10 or 15 probably members. I think they can all pretty much vouch that I take good care of them and have helped them out. So I'm hoping that I can continue to do that, and I'm very thankful for having them in my life. So I think we'll go from here and see what we can do. I want to take a look at our cash lineup last night, take a look at what happened. And first, let's take a look at what happened with the games, because we did end up getting our ass kicked yesterday. So this was the biggest problem in our games. LGD decided not to do anything. I don't blame them. They weren't going to be regressing at some point to the mean, and this was the time when they decided that this was going to be the spot to do it. I don't think that Suning are that good of a team, but a lot of people disagreed with me, and I really can't blame them. And Suning actually did very well in this game, this 21 kill game, and a lot of people were on them. I wasn't really on them. I didn't really, from what I've seen, especially with their previous matches, I feel like they play down to their opponent's competition. But, if you decided to roll out Suning yesterday and you were rewarded, you might have just heard my cat squeeze, but if you were rewarded for playing Suning, then props to you. You flipped a coin and it was your night. So let's go over here. We have Invictus Gaming actually lost the first game against Demo with Reheal not doing anything. So I believe they brought in Bowlin. So they're just having fun at this point. And so at that point, I think Invictus Gaming decided that they were going to start playing. So they got a 17 kill win and a 16 kill win, which was okay. But, given how many points DMO do give up, I did want more exposure to this game. And I'm very surprised to see that there weren't more kills scored in this game. I thought it was going to be a much bloodier game than it was, and sometimes those are the kind of averages you live with. But I'm very surprised to see that the games didn't go further. And I am going to have to review this, but I am shooting earlier in the morning now, so I just seeing the goal differences here tells me enough about how the games went and what I think will happen. So no big deal. Let's take a look at the LCK real quick. Damwon, really close first game against T1. T1 had it, but I really didn't like this Faker pick on Nico. I didn't like the Teddy pick on Kalista. I thought that the Silas pick with Ghost playing Ezreal late game was a really, really good touch, but it was a great game. It just wasn't very high scoring. And then Damwon kind of did the same thing in the second game. They busted out the Silas. They put Showmaker in the Syndra, so it was all right. I think it was an all right scoring game, but with lots of gold and a 12-8 kill score. But this is why the LPL always has upside. But I say that, and then you take a look at Gen G, who put up 26 in their second against, I guess what they brought in Cabby instead of Gorilla. I didn't play any sandbox last night, so Ruler doing Ruler things. He put up 100 points yesterday, so we did have the right captain, but not the right lineup. But I think that even if we did look at our lineup and compared to what we had, we did have 4 LGD in the lineup that I left yesterday on the screen, and I'm actually apparently not allowed to leave lineups. So let's find out what we can do from here. So I'll probably provide a couple set pieces that I want to be a part of my lineup today, And just so you guys know, I have not taken a look at the lineups today. I don't even know who's playing today, but I just want to take a look at my lineup here. I wasn't sure if T1 were going to win, so I decided not to go with T1. I decided to rest my case with LGD. Had LGD won, I would have scored a significant amount of points. I think that I probably should have figured out a way to get Ruler in here and play maybe a Barrel or somebody else in the Mark slot. But this has to be probably one of the worst performances out there that I've done. And then you can see here that there's other people that decided to just do a Gen Suning stack. And sometimes, you know, the chalk really pays. And the Gen really paid out here, and Suning covered him as well. So props to you guys who picked Suning. You know, you guys are better people than me, because I was not going to, from what I've seen from them, I wasn't very excited. So let's just take a look at today's games and see what other 4 game slates we have. We have a Rogue Warriors OMG game. This is going to be an interesting game for sure, because Rogue Warriors do like to give up a lot of points. I'm definitely going to be interested in OMG on this side. And then we have a JDWE game. Okay, this is also very interesting. Man, I love WE, but I don't know. JD is a good team. I think we'll have to take a look further and see what we can do in terms of lineup construction. Taking a look on the LCK side, we've got Kingzone Dragon X playing Dynamics. This is going to end either two ways. Either DRX is going to win by scoring big, or DRX is going to win by scoring low. Freak of Freaks are playing Hanwha Life. I really do like a Freak of Freaks in this matchup, just off the top of my head. I'll take a look at the lines and see what the public thinks, but I think this is a great place to see if a Freak of Freaks are going to be able to get you the 15, 16 kill wins as like a secondary stack team. So it looks like we do have a pretty consistent amount of people today that we want exposure to. So let's go and make a lineup, and I'll take you guys step by step, and we'll go from there. So here's our 4 game slate. Let's take a look at pricing now. So we've got DRX priced the highest. I don't like that, but you know, it is what it is. If you guys hear any noises in the back, my cat's been running around crazy all day looking at neighbors, so sorry about that, but here we go. Let's take a look. A Freak of Freaks actually priced pretty accordingly okay. You know, I do like the pricing on the Freaka here. I do like the pricing on OMG here. I don't like the pricing on JDG here. I don't like the pricing on DRX the most. I can live with the JDG pricing because, you know, they are going to win this game, and they've been playing and they've been scoring a ton of points lately. I think that JD probably won it. So as we can see here, a Freak of Freaks heavily favored. Definitely something that we expect. So this is going to be an interesting night. I think that it's going to be interesting to see where people go. I don't really know myself, and I think we're going to spitball a lineup here, but overall, if you guys want the final cash lineup that I go with every night, I'm actually not allowed to give it out on YouTube apparently, but I am allowed to do it in my Discord on my Patreon. So join the Patreon. You will get the cash lineup hours and hours and hours before, and you'll be able to win some money with us. I think overall, I have about a 65 to 70% win rate. I would have to calculate it, but I would say that I definitely cash more than I don't. So I will take a look, but you know, I've played pretty much every slate here, and I really do try to make sure that we cash. So let's take a look at the LPL here. The OMG RW game is actually really closely contested. I don't see how anybody likes Rogue Warriors. I really don't. But I think this is going to be a good spot for veterans Icon and SNLZ to play a role. And if they're giving me these teams and saying, "Hey, we'll give you OMG against Rogue Warriors at a good price," I'm just going to take OMG then. I'm not going to mess around. So again, you might want to take like a good secondary anchor team and then play a stack of teams that you want exposure to. But tonight, I think you have a lot of ways that you can go, depending on the lineups. And so, not really sure. It's going to be very interesting. They don't even have the starting lineups out yet, but I assume that we're going to see some crazy mix. You know, Rogue Warriors, they play a lot of people. They play a support that can be either Junyu or Lei. I think they're going to go with Junyu. They can play Holder, they can play Crazy, they can play Udeng, they can play Haro, they can play Wuming, they can be Ruby. Only Swooji is going to be the only person that really is going to be getting exposure here as the premier AD carry. And I'm going to have to kick my cat out here in a second because, buddy, this is a 15-minute video and you can't be jumping around like this. Just chill. Just chill. Okay. So, where do we want to put our money? That's really the question. If we think that, can we do something like an OMG JD tonight? I definitely want to see exposure to these teams, and I want to see where I find my value. It looks like I am going to be able to get a lot of value at OMG's price, as you can see here. SMLZ actually cheaper than Mystic, so that should tell you everything about this game. Mystic does really well in wins, does really crappy in losses, but I think that Africa have kind of found their edge, and their past couple games they've been looking pretty good. I think that besides this DRX T1 exposure right here, they did beat Dynamics, they did beat Sandbox, so they do beat on the lower teams, and they beat on them pretty hard. Oh, it's nice that it didn't actually do this notification on my screen. Let me exit that out. So, they are capable of scoring a lot of points. They're also capable of losing to bigger teams. So I'm definitely interested in that. I think that I am going to want this OMG exposure. So let me see here. You guys might hear a little bit of background noise, but I promise you that it's not me. So it does look like, they do score a lot of points here. Teams that beat WE. So I think just to wrap it up and kind of keep this video concise and short, because last video was 28 minutes long, and God, I'm so damn sorry about that. These are the teams that I want exposure to, and these are the places that I want exposure to them in. So perhaps we can try to fit something in that might work for us, like Yakao maybe, maybe Icon here. I'm sure that Cold is going to be really cheap for his price, and I do like me a cheap. I want to see if I can fit Kyria. Maybe not. Maybe that's asking much, but we are going to be able to easily get OMG today. So you can see here. I think something like this. Man, OMG is just free today. Yeah. So I can't actually complete this lineup according to people that I've talked to. But if I just leave it like, man, Zoom is also so cheap. Zoom is such a good player. In wins, he does put up a ton of points, and WE like to fight. We know that, so I'm thinking we might see something like this, honestly, and then just take a Lumao, and you guys know how to complete it from here. This is probably going to be it. I really don't know any other way to really complete this lineup. Well, I do, but I can't tell you guys apparently because of DraftKings rules, but. So, who do I think is going to be underexposed today? Since I was just able to make a 3-carry lineup between these two teams, I think that you're going to be seeing lack of exposure to Africa and lack of exposure to Dragon X. So, definitely look to see, people did get burned by Dragon X last time, and they have been trying to close games kind of quick. So, I would definitely look into to see if this is something that you would be interested in getting exposure to, and do work the totals on the over-unders. So if you take a look at these totals, you're going to see 25 whatever 20 25 26 totals, and then if you go to LCK, you'll probably see the same thing. You'll probably see like 20 point something. So they do expect the LCK to score less, but it is Hanwha Life we're talking about, so I maybe expect a little bit more kills out of them. But the fact is that the world is kind of your oyster today. You do have a lot of room to work, but these are the 4 teams that I would select. As for my favorite plays on the back end, I think WE and Rogue Warriors are going to be the best chances at good GPV plays. Dynamics are also capable of winning, so I would look into Dynamics, Rogue Warriors, and WE for GPP plays. If you could do like a Rogue Warriors JDD stack or Rogue Warriors DRX stack, that might be it. So that's pretty much it from the video, guys. I did want to keep it short and concise. You guys saw me build pretty much a full lineup here, and I actually didn't finish it, so I respected the YouTube. rules and the DraftKings rules. So I'm glad to do that. This video is now 15 minutes, which is the time I want it to be at. So please check me out. Please like, comment, subscribe to the page. Please subscribe to the page. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to my Twitter, Moose_Esports. And as always, check out patreon.com/hustlesports. I'll have the package up tonight with the full write-ups that I do every night. I do a full write-up, full projections, full cash lineups every day. So let me know what you guys think. And if you guys need any testimonials or anything, you can always hit me up on Moose_Esports on Twitter. You can hit me up on honeymoose@protonmail.com and anywhere else that you might be interested in. So yeah, go OMG tonight. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that game. And this is going to be Moose with Hustle Sports signing off. Have a great day and good luck.